Welcome back to Project Ozone 3, and today we have what we needed. We have that sort of vital boron ore. There's a few ores in here as well. Well, all kinds of different things. So I think we actually need, we've not seen lithium before, so that's one that we can look for. The rest, aside from magnesium, is stuff we've seen before. So boron ore we can take out of there. I'm going to leave it in there for just now. Whoop. for just now. Yeah, I can actually fly. That would help. I put it through the smeltery. That will then give us 4. I put 2 in the smeltery. We get 4 boron ingots. And that will then let us get boron seeds. So there we go. And we should be able to craft that. Yep, boron seeds. You could go to 10, 10, 10 with them. We probably won't need that much, but I've already finished with these. So I want to just take that first of all. And then we can actually just put it through here anyway. So let me just get rid of all of you. In fact, I shouldn't have done that because now I can't tell which seeds are which. Let me go and put them through the seed analyzer. 1 second. And I move the fluid seeds out here so we can then put one down, turn this on, and then we can just put in our boron seeds. And that's going to immediately start growing lots of boron essence, which we can't really handle yet because our crafter doesn't handle it. So it will just start filling up that ender chest until we have a solution for that. I'm not going to need a great solution, so a crafter solution, I should say. So I can just put in a drawer for now. That will get everything going. I don't even need a 2 hour. I can do with a basic drawer, actually. Let's just go for a basic oak one. There we go. And let's pop downstairs. And whoops, I need to take this out. Oh! Falling all over the place today. I need to take this back out again, don't I? I've got everything sorted, but let's just pop you in there. And let's give you a chance to store something. So it should already be building up in here. It is. So again, for now, I'm just going to put that in. And we will lock it down. There we go. And then we can just connect it up with our regular item conduit. Set this to an insert, and it should start inserting from there. There it goes. Okay, so there's bits and pieces that we clearly don't need in there, but everything else is fine. And I will get rid of all of this. In fact, is it safe to vein mine? Yep, all that goes. That's cool, and we're ready. So upstairs, then we can, well, in fact, that boron seeds that I've just started are growing on non-10 and 10 because I just don't need it. I've decided just to leave it alone. However, I do still need to just redo. The diamond seeds are just about ready. In fact, that may even be ready right now. Are you 10, 10, 10? Let's give it a go. See if you are. And then the Certus ones are next, I think. Let's see. Inferium, Certus, and Flux we've already got, so that can go away. You 10, 10, 10? You are 10, 10, 10. So we can decide to put that wherever we like. Probably another one of those plant indirectors in the void world. But very, very fast now we can get diamonds. Let's see how many diamonds we actually have. We have 223. That's not enough. It's nowhere near enough. Let's just grab some coal. I need some more steel for this. Not terribly much. There we go. I really should automate that, but that's coming up soon. And let's just get another one of those plant interactors. And for that, we need steel casing. I think I made all the rest previously between the episodes. I did. There we go. And a spectre coil. And let's just go and, well, when we get the right number of string, that should make a lot of those. There we go. Spectre coil. Let's go and rig this up for massive diamond production. And then whenever I get emeralds, then we can go from there. I don't even need this on right now. In fact, let me just double check over here. Is this increasing? It is still increasing. So clearly those interactors do not need a lot of power. Most of the work is being done by, most of the work is being done by this imaginary time block. We're really not needing all that much else extra. Just be aware when you interacting around this thing that if you put down a double crop stick, it will grow instantaneously from what's next to it because of the imaginary time block. So it's very hard to plant something unless you actually just plant singles, and that will work. You can then put that there, it grows immediately, put the interaction module down, and put the spectacle on the back. And those are doing fine. Okay, as long as this doesn't fill up, we should be okay. We can take all of those out there. clean the fluid seeds, and everything is fine. We got one from each of Nether Star, Diamond, Fluix, and Boron. Boron might be an odd choice. We may just be able to just throw it away fairly soon, but at least we keep the seeds. Now, that enables us to get a little bit further with the armor. Let's go to armor quests. Is it Iota? Yeah. So that frees up the Boron armor block, which then we can go through steel, obsidian, diamond, diamantine, which is just the atomic reconstructor, emerald, platinum, emeradic crystal, which is just emeralds through, again, the atomic constructor. And that's the end of that first chain. So a lot of that I've kept off camera, so you don't need to actually watch me craft all that stuff, and I'll do the same here. However, that will take us to needing the high-tech workbench. The high-tech workbench, high-tech, needs the prior tiers, so we may as well just make one of these anyway. Well, assuming I can make one of these anyway. Block of charcoal. Will block of coal do? No. Block of coal, maybe. Coal. Let's just create a few of those blocks and let's see if ore dictionary's in. Workbench. No, it does actually need to be specifically charcoal. That's fine, and the crafting table we've already got, so I just need to grab some charcoal or make some up, which is trivial. Just grab some wood and throw it in our amazing furnace. Off it goes. Lots of charcoal available. We just grab blocks straight out of the compacting drawer and we'll make another workbench. There we go. Another workbench, just so that we can then turn around and let's have a look. Workbench again. High tech. Is it different spelling? High tech bench. Okay, very odd. But it needs some new things. First of all, it needs a workbench, some block of redstone. Trivial. But it needs infused lava crystals. Now, they are not something we've met so far. Infusing, we need a lava infuser, which needs some of the crystals. Lava crystals, that is, not the infused version. And those don't seem to have a recipe. I think they're just naturally occurring. So what I'm going to try and do is move our digital miner with the armor, looking for the armor plus mod filter to try and see if that is available in, let's say, the nether, because it's lava crystal. You'd assume it's going to be in the nether. So let me go and grab that digital miner. In fact, let's go and explore that together. Yeah, it's going to be over in our quarry area, there or thereabouts. And there we go. Here's our digital miner. Innocent, hasn't really done much so far, but that may be about to change. Well, hopefully. And you'll take longer than I would expect to actually remove. Do I have another ender chest? Yeah, I've got another ender chest in the system, so I don't need to worry about that just yet. I'll go and fetch that one later. And let's go back. Ender chest. Okay. Now, if you were looking for this manually, apparently the lava crystal spawns really low level, you know, like 6 or something like that. So it doesn't matter where we put this so much, other than the fact I want to put it on some terrain and set it to maximum radius just to make sure everything is going to work just fine. Now, there's a bit annoying because of all those blazes that have incredibly long range, and I would prefer not to deal with those. So let's just fly over here a little bit and let's see if we can fetch something that doesn't have me ripping out half the terrain. Are we safe from blazes here? Yeah, mostly. And let's give it a try. So pop down our digital miner. Pop down our power cube. And we need to put an ender chest on the back. And let's see if we can configure this. So config. I'm going to remove that one. And then I'm going to add a new filter for ore dictionary. No, not ore dictionary, sorry. Mod ID. And let's just type armor plus and let's see if it actually accepts it. It looks like it does. So it's going to look for armor plus stuff between 0 and 70, radius 32, inverse mode off. And then let's go back and press start and see if it can find any. Yes, it can. So it's found some ore lava crystal and it's got 12 more to go. Now, are you out of power? No, you've got power. Okay. So it may take a little while to actually hunt through all the stuff, I assume. Ready? Running? Okay. In any case, we need this one. Hopefully this doesn't set me alight, as certain various ores in the nether are likely to. And no fire. Good. Always remember that from the old days in 1.7. And that does say running. So hopefully that will come back later. And in fact, if it set it to eject, auto eject on, and that should do the job, I think. Yeah, that should send it into our system. All right, I'm going to head home now. Let's grab our dislocator. I need to get a new one of those. And let's see, what do we need to do with this ore crystal? So the ore crystal we need to use to make the... let's just have a look. We just put it in pulverizer to get 2 lava crystals. We're going to need more than that, aren't we? We're going to need quite a few more than that. But the armor crystals themselves, we can then use to make the infuser. Yep, and then they, with some lava, will infuse the lava crystals, which we can then use to make various bits and pieces. But we need 5 of them, which needs at least 3. How many do we need to make to the actual workbench? So 5, and then is it infused for everything else? No, just at least for that. So let's just go for that. And does our quest need us to make lava armor of some kind? Doesn't look like it. So 3 of those ores will be enough. And do we have all lava yet? Nope. So I'm going to have to wait for my digital miner. In the meantime, I'll carry on crafting more armor. And yes, I forgot to put down the junk loader, so that won't work if I don't put the junk loader down. I know, eagle-eyed. Well done, if you saw it. That imaginary time block is just ridiculous. We're getting 6,000 diamonds so far, and it's only been about 10 minutes or so. So yeah, we have more than enough. And how many other stars are we at to? 13,000. Yeah, just keep on going. Yes, so I took the lava crystals, and I had to put a spectacle on that digital miner. That battery wasn't enough, that energy cube. So we had 8 of those ore crystals. And with that, I put them into here, the lava crystals. Can be obtained by mining ore lava crystal. Well, yeah, you can mine it, or you can just put it through a pulverizer. Doesn't really much matter there. And we'll then use it. So, yeah, I already had that done. I have also taken the armor all the way up to emeradic, which is the transformed version of emerald. And that takes us all the way up in the quest chain to the end of the workbench section. So we are now needing the high-tech workbench to get any further. And let's just have a look. High-tech. Did it need anything I didn't have? I don't think it did. But it is it is a recipe that has to be in the workbench, so I'm going to have to. You have to create a second one anyway because you have to craft it inside a workbench. Good to know. Redstone. Well, I'm actually going to need to probably do redstone seeds pretty soon. They make quite a lot of sense, and glowstone seeds as well. Whatever we have in those, let's just see. Redstone seeds. Oops, it's synchronized. Could I type it up here? Redstone seed. Yeah, there are redstone seeds and redstone alloy seeds as well. And that's only into medium, so that's going to be pretty good. How about glowstone seeds? You are even better. Same thing. Yeah, so that's going to be cheap for us to make, and we can put them in the 10-10-10 automatic thing, and get them to our farm over there in the void. It's going to be a very, very small block with lots of interactors around it, I think, getting us everything we need. And then I'll probably need to create another crafter downstairs to automatically change those redstone and glowstone into the relative elements, because it's not good enough for us to just get essence in a drawer. We want it straight away in our AE2 system. So where was I? Yes, we needed the lava crystals, which we've got. The workbench is the other piece. There we go. And then we can just go in here. And you, and you. Was it? Oh, are these the infused versions? I'm going to have to craft the infused version first. Infuser. Lava infuser infusing. Lava infuser. Obsidian, glass, and lava crystals. Well, we've got some lava crystals. Good. Oh, it's also a workbench recipe. Honestly. Let's just grab those. Let's put the rest of these through the pulverizer. Well, at least a couple more through the pulverizer. And the infuser then, what do we need for the rest of it? Is glass and obsidian. Those are straightforward. Obsidian and glass. And let me just put these on pulverize while we do the rest. There we go. And now is it 3 across the top, 3 across the bottom, and 1 either side? Yep. There's the infuser. Don't know if that actually needs power to do so. I think it just needs lava, which is handy as we have probably a lava source right here. So I guess we can put it there. And let's just see if that just needs lava. Let's grab a bucket. Any way to pipe it that way? How about if we just put these in here? You accept lava now. How about if I pipe you in? Or maybe it goes in through the bottom, we'll see. Pressurized fluid, that should do the job. You won't attach. Armor plus, how do you craft? Okay, so from picture I saw, it just takes lava buckets directly in the interface, but you can't shift click them in. Slightly annoying, but otherwise should be okay. And that produces infuse. We're going to want 5 of those, so let's just get another couple from pulverizer and grab a small sminget. There we go. 4 more. I'm sure we're going to want more of these, but for now, I just want enough to make the workbench. Is that enough for all of it? Are you going to run out? Okay, so I guess we're going to have more than this. Then might be nice if the Armor Plus developer is watching. Shift clicking buckets in. Yep, just saying, kind of nice if that's the case. Infused. And let's just do those as well. Okay, so we've got 5, and that means we should be able to make this now. The workbench. Where's my workbench? I'm sure I put it in here. And in fact, I'm positive I put it in there. Where did that go? I hope there's not a bug with putting stuff in it and then leaving it. Oh, that would be annoying. Fine, I guess. Let's go and craft another one. And there we go. 1 high-tech bench had. And let's just pick this back up again. Put this other one in its spot. And there we go. Much bigger crafting. That's going to take more resources per armor, isn't it? And the next one is night slime. Okay, night slime. Right, I'm going to need to think about that one. Maybe we'll come back to this just so we're not doing just armor in one episode. So I will come back to that maybe after a quick break of an episode or so. But yeah, there's lots of other stuff that should be straightforward to get. Cobalt and all that we can get with a digital miner. Manulin, obviously, straightforward. Ironwood over Twilight Forest, so we're going to have to get Twilight Forest sooner or later. It would be nice to have ultimate armor before getting there, but no, that's not a problem. Yeti armor, don't know where that comes from. We'll have to come back to it. Tough alloy, Arctic, hard carbon, glowstone. Some of those are regular, some of those are quite exotic. Okay. As a test, I'd also like to try, instead of these plant interactors, oh my, yeah, that's just not fast enough. And in fact, that's been blocked because our Fluix Essence has built up to the point, oh my. I need to go and get some upgrades. Just 1 second. We need to sort that problem out. Emerald upgrade. Do I have any of those? Emerald upgrade. It's not called Emerald upgrade. It is called, I'm almost sure it's an Emerald tier upgrade. Let's look at that way. Upgrade. We want you. Storage upgrade. Emerald. Okay, so we want some of the upgrade templates. Well, only 3 of them because we're out of emeralds, but I did get enough to make emerald seeds, so that's in a queue waiting for it to be 10 to 10. Let's just make sure we have all of these taken care of. No inferior essence coming through at the moment. That is still fine, but I will put another one on there anyway. And our system should start recovering. However, what I was going to say is I want to actually try replacing one of the interactors or using something else. The plant gatherer, also from Industrial Foregoing, and I'm going the wrong direction, just to see if this will actually do the job faster than these existing ones. Now, we don't need the boron anymore, which is why that one isn't actually working. However, having one of the others take care of this, why don't we try diamond? Okay, so if I just knock that off for a second, and you should die once your power's out. In fact, let's just get rid of you now. Okay, you've stopped. Just pick that up. Hopefully we're not picking up everything else while it recovers. And then we'll put the plant gatherer down instead. And we'll try that. Yeah, will it automatically output though? Does it have an output? Gathering anything, show working area, always active. Okay, let's give this a try. Okay, it is gathering to an inventory. It is producing sludge, but sludge we can actually take care of. That's not too much of a problem. I may have to put this spectacle on the bottom just to save a little bit of space, because I want to put potentially, let's just get underneath here. It'll be right here. I'd like to put in the chest behind it if possible, and hopefully that will work. So let's just see whether it automatically outputs. Ender chest. Will you push? No, you won't. Okay, gathering anything. Always active. It would be nice if it had auto output, but I think the one from MFR used to have a hole in the back for outputting stuff. But if it won't do that, it won't do it. And we'll have to potentially just grab some item conduit or something to pull it straight out of there if we can. Let's enter. Yeah, don't need that. Don't need that. Item conduit will need a speed upgrade, or that's a good point actually. Maybe if we just use a translocator, that might do the job a lot better. Translocators tend to be a lot faster. Do I have any item translocators? I just need a block or something to put in the way for a second. That piece of stone will do. And then do I have any item translocators? I have liquid ones. Do I have any item ones? It doesn't look like it. So let's go and grab one of those. Okay, item translocator. Let's get 4 of those. And let's see if this will actually let me just pull the stuff straight out of it into our ender chest. Saves me having to get it picked up and have entities on the floor like this, which I don't really like. If it would, well, it does catch up, it does do its job. I just don't like it. There we go. And then we can get the item translocator, and we're going to need a piece of glowstone to do this. But in theory, can I click U? Yep. Okay, that's going to work. However, it is going to produce sludge. Now, that means we have to get rid of that sludge somehow. Now, if you want to pipe that somewhere, be my guest. For the moment, I don't think we need sludge in this pack. Hopefully not. Sludge. Do we need it for anything? I guess we can make clay with it. Don't really care for that. Mycelium, no. No, none of this stuff. I guess we can make soul sand with it, but again, no, I'm not going to worry about it. So, is the void pipe still available? No. Okay, so if the void pipe isn't available, let's look for void. We want to get rid of it. Ideally, well, I can always get rid of it by piping it into a liquid trash can. Voidic cable. I'm sure there's other options here that I just am not sure of in this pack. So let's just try a fluid trash can. There we go. And the trash can fluid, we can just connect with some pressurized cable because we've only got one liquid to deal with. We don't have to deal with more than one. So we should just be able to pull that straight out of the back and then avoid the entire picking up of items off the floor approach entirely, which I'll be much, much happier about. So if we put that in, let's say there, and then put to connect this, will you connect up to both? Looks like you will. Always active, and set you to insert. So are you emptied now? Yep, off it goes. Okay, and then we just want one piece of glowstone. Do I have any in my inventory? No, of course I don't. Okay, let's get the piece of glowstone. And that should empty it incredibly fast by comparison to everything else. Glowstone. Yeah, let's just grab... In fact, we don't even need that glowstone. We just want some of the regular. Get that done. And... the wrong side. That should be that side. And there we go. So it all went straight into our ender chest. And on the other side of the ender chest, we have a fully upgraded item conduit. So 15 speed upgrades pulling out of there. Now, if that doesn't suit, Well, there are a few options. We could go for fully accelerated card sort of input bus. That's one option. That'll do the job. Or multiple item conduits pulling out of it. In this case, however, all that stuff is being continually worked. So what we can do is make sure this catches up just by getting rid of getting rid of our spectacles and stopping them from piling more and more stuff up. I've lost that, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so once it's caught up, I can then consider just recreating these with plant gatherers. And thanks to someone, I think they said in the comments, you should use a harvester, but harvester I think was the name for the block in MFR. It's not called a harvester anymore, or at least we don't have a block called a harvester in this pack. However, we do have a plant gatherer for some reason. All right. And there we go, fully switched over. We've got 4 plant gatherers now rather than interactors, and they're all pointing towards crop sticks. I've got 2 spaces, so one of them is going to be the emerald seeds once they're 10-10-10, and the other one I'm not quite sure yet whichever one I need. Well, I suppose we can do redstone and glowstone. I'm still going to need emerald seeds, so I'm going to need probably another setup. There is room here for that, because these are each doing 1 by 1, so we can just put one there, one there, one there, one there, or, you know, exactly the opposite direction. All works fine. All 8 spaces around a single imaginary time block. And in fact, if you can get away with putting the sort of water source like underneath there or something like that, you can get away with the middle one, or even make this a little bit larger. I just prefer to keep them nice and sort of small and compact like this, but entirely your choice. That imaginary time block, I think, like it's a 7x7 or 9x9, something like that radius. So it can cover a larger area. In fact, if I remember rightly, in a previous playthrough, I put this sort of here with another set of 9 blocks there. That worked perfectly fine. But it's not too terrible to make them, so I'm not all that concerned. We've got a nice setup now for plant growing. And it was so nice that we just I mean, the Fluix, I've got 1,500 stacks of Fluix essence. I'm not going to need Fluix essence, let's be honest. Not that much. So I've just cut that seed off, and we'll replace that, of course, with probably emerald or something along those lines. Emerald's kind of generically useful. And this hasn't completed yet, but it's all halfway through the inferium, the Certus quartz, and then the emerald is next up there. So we can get redstone and glowstone going as well. I'll do the rest of that off camera, of course, where we can just show you the finished results next episode. And just do the quests for these. The quests are actually called Gatherer and Harvester, but I think it's Gatherer and Harvester. Let's just take a look at that. It's in here. Yeah, Planter, and Harvester. I think those are the old names for the blocks. However, in this pack they're called Plant Sower, and that should be just fine. Will you pick up my completion if I do that? Because that is that right block, hopefully. Yes, we've got the Planter Quest, which is a Plant Sower. We've also got a Harvester, which we've already made. Sludge Boiler is what you would use if you wanted to convert that sludge that we were getting. So I'm going to need to go into those other gatherers and also get rid of the sludge. I didn't do that just in the last clip, but I will do it off camera. And then there's other things. So for example, the mob duplicators here, but we've already made that. The mob slaughterhouse, we've already made that. So we've just made the mob grinder. Assuming that is actually the name of the block. It is not the name of the block. It would be really nice if these quests actually just... Mob crusher, there we go. Okay. Mob crusher. Easy enough to make, hopefully. Yeah, just a sword. I'm not going to actually use this, I don't think, but, you know, we may as well make it just for the quests, just to complete those areas off. And we should get those 3 unlocked there, and then Rancher is the thing used for gathering milk and stuff like that from mobs, so we've got 5 quests. And then down this right-hand side of the theta category is all the qubit stuff. The qubit stuff is what I use to make that imaginary time block. So I think for the future, if we want more of those, we're going to actually wait until after we've done AE2 autocrafting. And that's going to be next episode, because we do want to get to autocrafting rather than me keep having to craft on camera. Once I've made something once, I can just store as a pattern, put it into into the autocrafting system. It's a little bit more complicated than the refined storage system, but it is worthwhile actually exploring and getting stuff sorted. So the rest I can do off camera, but all of these we can claim and just pick up all the rack, and I'm out of food. Only problem with having all these abilities on here is because I still don't have the saturation ability, it continues to take off my health really quite rapidly. Let's just take off the rest of those quests, and we've got the rest of the rack. And then we can see how much rack we've got and how much left we've got to go. So rack is 630. That's actually not too bad. Let's just see what the things we can trade for at the very start. Rack, we need 300 for this. Basols, I was hoping to spawn them, but it seems we can actually craft them. Basols, I took a look at between the episodes, and that's probably something I should do maybe next episode. You can get an essence for it. And if you can get an essence for it, it means you can get seeds for it, but you just need basols chunks to do that. So you either need to kill basols, yeah, or you need to get some way of getting that. Now, I think there's a way to get basols powder through the auto sieve. Now, the auto sieve is a multi-block that we haven't made yet. However, from compressed dust, it will produce basols powder. And once we have enough of that, we can turn that into seeds, and then turn that into basically more basols. So that should be quite quick. However, to do that, we need to build this thing, and it is quite a large block. So we're going to need to, let's change to the flat mode. So machine casings, machine circuitry, machine gearbox. So let's just go for all those, and let's see if we need anything other than what we already have. So casings, that needs modularium and redstone. We can get that from our seeds soon. Modularium needs cobalt, lead, redstone. So it might be useful to get cobalt seeds soon, or indeed that digital miner can do a bit more of a good job, and we can get enough of that. So modularium. And then what about the other machine stuff that we have to make? So machine gearbox is just more modularium. So I suspect the whole thing is going to need that, and there's some mechanism stuff not too far away. So we're going to have to get to that multi-block auto sifter soon as well. So I think maybe next episode, either the auto sifter or AE2 auto crafting, or both. Hope you'll join me for that. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We've got a lot of, well, we've got bits of stuff upgraded really in this episode. Just lots of plant stuff really, and hopefully I will give that a break. I've had enough seeds for a while, and yes, there are lots and lots of seed quests. There's Delta, and there's no way I'm going to put that on camera. That just it's laborious. Some of the stuff we've already done, in fact, so a lot of this will get completed, but I'm happy just to leave that off for now, and I'll just work on it in the background, just like the armour, really, other than the essential sort of blocking points, the choke points. All right, and if you enjoyed it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Next episode, we'll get into what I've just said. And feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. Click on the bell if you want notifications. And indeed, I will see you next episode for some more Project Ozone 3. Maybe suggest what we use for this. Maybe I should move the portals across into this area. Seems like a nice area for it. We may have lots of different work areas. That's actually a good point. For portals, do we actually have compact giant machines or giant compact machines? I can never remember which way around is compact. Compactor, no. Do we have giant? I can't remember which way around it is. It might be nice. No, we don't have it in this pack. Okay. Just a mod, if you're not aware of it, I can't remember which way around it is. It's either compact giant machines or the other way around. Basically lets you have little mini dimensions. I think in this pack you have RF tools, so we could make RF tool dimensions and have lots more portals going to different places. But for now, that's pretty much it. As always, guys, thanks for watching.